So Leute, willkommen zu meinem Livestream. Ich habe gemerkt, der Ton war vorhin ein bisschen laut. Deswegen habe ich es jetzt mal auf 10 gemacht. Ich hoffe mal, es ist leise genug. Also, mich hört man ja trotzdem laut genug, aber der Spielton war ziemlich laut. Und da, ja. Versuchen wir das mal so. Genau, wir waren stehen geblieben beziehungsweise bei dem Anfangsbild von Episode 2, Reasons. Und ihr kennt alle die Statur, beziehungsweise, wenn ihr mein Suikoden 2 Let's Play verfolgt habt, kennt die Staturen außerdem links, denn daneben, das ist der Charakter, also, ja. Das ist derjenige, Joey Atreides. After losing Sierra, my only clue, I continued on to my original destination, Muse, the capital of the city-states of Houston. You there! Hold on just a moment. In the end, I hadn't learned anything about the true runes. It seems It seems I'd have to start all over again. Truth be told, I'm getting a little worried. You're holding up the people behind you, so get a move on. Yes. The first thing I need to do is make contact with my liaison here and receive my orders. It's absolutely necessary that I used everything at my disposal to get results this time. But even if I say that... Hey, old man! Hey, old man! Stop daydreaming and show them your entry permit already. There's a ton of people behind you, so hurry it up. Hey, who are you calling an old man? I'm only 22. Hey, ist fast so alt wie ich, nicht? It doesn't matter if you're 22 or 102. Just get a move on. At that point, I realized the people lined up behind me were all glaring at me coldly. Flustered, I showed my entry permit to the gatekeeper. My entry permit had been made in Harmonia, so it wasn't easily discernible from the real deal. Sorry for the trouble. Oops. It's just that a couple children were caught trying to sneak in with fake entry permits this morning. How they thought they could pass themselves off as adults is beyond me. But anyway, that's where we are all a little on edge. Alright, you can pass. I passed the inspection without raising any suspicion and head into the city through the grand gates. As I was walking toward the main street, the boy from earlier came up behind me. Hey, mister! You're not from around here, are you? Your accent sounded a bit north from back there. I have to be careful around this kid. The city was at war with Highland, an ally of my homeland, Harmonia. In other words, to the people of the city, Harmonians are just another enemy. I doubt I'd receive a warm welcome. Really? I've spent a lot of time in Harmonia. Guess I must picked up a bit of an accent. Oh, so you've been to Harmonia. I haven't traveled there yet. But I will eventually, of course. You're traveling alone at your age? My name isn't you know. Oh, haven't I introduced myself yet? I'm Templeton. My age has nothing to do with whether or not I'm traveling alone. Awful. Maybe because of my age, people are generally pretty nice to me. So traveling like this is rather convenient. Oh? So why are you traveling alone? You look like you should still be in school. I travel to make maps. I'm going to map the entire world someday. It could take me my whole life, so I figured I'd better get started now, you know? The entire world, huh? For a map maker, you're quite the romantic. I don't think I could handle it. You? Don't even try. Recently, I've had to go back and update a bunch of maps. It's such a pain. Hey, you still haven't told me your name yet. I'm Nash. That's quite a name. Is that a compliment? Muse has a population of about 13,000. Its mayor is a Keppel woman by the name of Annabelle. Although the city had technically agreed to a truce with Highland, Muse was nevertheless still in a de facto state of war. The condition of the buildings that lined the street and the appearance of the people passing by lent credibility to the good stories I heard about money keeper government. As I walked along the wide cobblestone street, I gazed at the city hall building that overlooked the stores and houses. By now it became obvious that the appearance of the Highland army at the border was causing tension. So, why are you in Muse, Nash? Well, let's just say I am sightseeing. Sightseeing at a time like this? You really are a strange one. The Highland army is at the border. Nobody knows if the war will start again for real. And here you are acting a laid back. Well, if war does break out, I might be able to get a glimpse of this infamous Look Up Light character. So that would be alright too. Wow, now that's going too far. You're not laid back, you're a complete idiot. The Mad Prince of Highland isn't something I'd want to see, even at a distance. Jeez, you don't hold anything back, do you? Even if he is a mad prince, as you say, it's not like I turned to stone just by looking at him. I'd hightail it out of there the minute things got dangerous. Determination is a good thing to have, but it's going to be your undoing. Well, I'm not staying in Muse if the Highland army shows up. I'm getting out as fast as I can. Can't finish my work if I die here, can I? By the way, Nash, have you decided where you're staying yet? This is my first time in Muse. I haven't picked a place to stay. Do you have any suggestions? Suggestions. No, this is my first time in Muse as well. That being the case, you want to look around and see if we can find a place to stay. Share a room and split the cost? Sure. We should be able to get a pretty decent room if we do that. Oh, that was quick. Why don't we stay at an inn? We went into the reasonable-looking inn we'd found in a little lane just off the main road. I'm ashamed to say it, but the truth is I don't have much in the way of money, and I was glad he suggested splitting the cost of the room. Part of that is because it's been quite some time since I last had contact with Dominguez, my liaison. Dominguez. Fourth, I'm called a special duty member. The Frontier Defense Force is more or less a mercenary organization. Aside from my wages and the initial mission funds, I have to pay all expenses out of my own pocket, and I'll only be rewarded upon the successful completion of my mission. If this investigation goes on much longer with no results, I'll be up to my ears in debt. At times like these, when you're in the middle of an infiltration mission, they send your wages along with your mission orders, but I have to find my liaison first. Ja. Hey, stop spacing out. Hurry up and sign the ins register. It look weird if I sign it. Ah, sorry. There was a bar on the first floor and rooms on the second. Behind the counter stood a woman who appeared to be the inn's proprietress. The sun was already setting, so the bar was filling up with people taking their seats. They mostly seemed to be common peddlers and the like, but near the counter sat two people who were, judging by appearance, mercenaries. Ach, Victor and Flick. Don't worry, they won't get caught. Thought we may need to think about heading south of Mew soon. Do they have their entry permits? You gave them to them, right? I didn't have time. I tried, but we only decided on the meeting place. Well, have you talked to Annabelle about it? Well, I'm sure they'll be fine even without the entry permits. I'll be fine. I go talk to Annabelle tonight. Ach, die reden über Rio, Joey and Nanami. You just don't dredge up the past. We don't have contact with the Torrent Republic anymore. Torrent. Ja, von Suikoden. I had only been idly listening to their conversation while signing the guest register until that name caught my ear. He was going to talk to Annabelle? Did they know Annabelle, the mayor of Muse? To our outward appearance, they didn't look that important, but if I understood their conversation right, then Muse was hiring mercenaries. I'm not sure I'll be able to get anything useful from them if they're just drunkards, but it's not as if I have any other leads, so perhaps eavesdropping on them will give me one. Hey Templeton, I'm gonna have a quick drink, so you go on and head on up to the room. Alright, just for your information, I can't stand the smell of liquor, so don't drink too much. Well, see you. Templeton left, heading up the stairs. I got a tankard of ale from the proprietors at the counter and took a seat behind the man that looked like a beer. I drank slowly, listening carefully. A beer. Yeah, Victor. Victor and Flick. But Annabelle's probably so busy right now, her head's spinning. I doubt she is in any mood to be pestered by the likes of you. Don't worry about it. I'll take some wine with me. I'll be like I'm bringing back a souvenir. Scowling at my tankard, I focused my concentration on the two men. I see. Well, give her my regards. You should come with me. Thought it's okay if you say you're too busy. Nah, unlike you, I have tact. I'm no good at such things. I'd just be in the way for you too. Hey, what's with that remark? Her and I, we are not like that. I'm just a humble mercenary. I'm no match for the mayor of Muse. We just happen to know each other, that's all. Huh. You're taking this unusually seriously. But if you think about it, it's obvious that you and a love affair aren't the best combination. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Like I want to hear that from Flick, the blue lightning, who is pampered by a woman wherever he goes. What? Who is pampered or even wants to be? Or rather, are you one to talk? Lately, aren't you getting a little fat? Ah! Anyone can see that this is muscle! Oh. Boah, du wurde erstmal gehauen. Wow! So sorry! Hey! Snap out of it! You madhead! Hey, Leona! We've got an injured person here. Help! Yeah, make room, make room. Let's see. Oh my. You've ruined a good man. Erstmal gehauen. Jeez. Drinking with those two. How reckless can you get? Those two. You know them? Yeah. That was Flick and Victor. I could never forget Victor's loudness. At any rate, that was a disaster, wasn't it? Kennt die von Suikoden. You could warned me a bit sooner. If you knew them, I would thought you'd have said something. I'm not much for stuff like that. I run into those two every so often. I don't stop and say hello each and every time. The big one was Victor and the one wearing the bandana was Flick. They apologized profusely. They were also the one who carried you here. I see. But what an awful experience that was. Ding! In the end, Dominguez never showed last night. Could he have gotten caught up in some kind of trouble along the way? Panicked thoughts run through my mind. Even thought I knew the chance of anything like them actually happening were slim. No matter what kind of battlefield it was, even surrounded by enemies on all sides, he would appear, calm as you please, with that innocent expression on his face. So, what was with this lack of news? Could he be doing it just to annoy me? Either way, it can't be helped right now, nor can I just sit idly by and wait. It looks like Templeton has gone off somewhere too. Holding my still throbbing head, I got dressed and went downstairs. Oh, it's you. You're looking better already. She said it casually as she handed me a glass of vegetable juice, which I downed instantly. Was this an apology for last night? I'd like to go for a late breakfast, but my financial situation won't allow for it. Entering my aching head, I talked to the proprietary. Thanks. What happened to those two guys anyway? You mean Victor and Flick? They screwed something up and a friend of theirs got tossed in jail because of it. Warte mal, they screwed something up and a friend of theirs got tossed in jail because of it. Ach so, jetzt sind Ryu, Joey, Nanami und Pilika in dem Gefängnis von Muse. Das ist jetzt die Szene, wo nach dem Gespräch mit Joey in Suikoden 2, wo wir jetzt hier wach geworden sind, da kommt jetzt Victor und Flick zu uns in das Gefängnis und sagt, hey, ihr könnt die gehen lassen. Oder hier, lasst sie frei, sie gehören zu mir. Und dann, yes, sir. Oder ja, sir. Oder ja, Victor. Und dann kommen wir dann zu der Bar dann. They left to set things straight. Why? Are you out for revenge? What? No! Don't say such dangerous things. Alright. Well, they're not bad guys. They stand there apologize. I introduce you when they come back. But despite the trouble, at least you're finally in Muse. As there's nothing else to do, why don't you go do some sightseeing? I'd like to clean the rooms in the meantime. I guess I'll do that then. It had been my intention to find out more about those two, but the probatorians had seen through me with startling alacrity, so I quickly made my exit. She was no ordinary probatorian, it seems. Although they say Joosten Hill is closed to the public, it can't hurt to just take a look around. Joosten Hill. The streets of Muse were as crowded as ever. Protected by Muse's towering walls, the citizens seemed as unperturbed by the threat of invasion by the Highland Army. Even if there was a considerable difference in military strength, Muse would certainly be able to hold its own. It also seems as if quite a number of people have come to Muse seeking refuge. Highland's army was surely aware of this as well. If they come to attack, there is no doubt it's the work of the mad Prince Suikogaiden. The godless King Agarus would never have even thought of something like that. Suikogaiden was a man of resounding military prowess, and his strategies were first class. His unrelenting charges were designed to trick his foes into thinking he was all brain and no brains. How long would it take for the leaders of the Allied force to notice? Well, it has nothing to do with me. Right now, my mission is to find out more about the true runes. So, where should I go? Let's see. I continue my stroll along the main street. I head down one of the less crowded alleys. I had a flash of intuition and head down an alleyway. It may be odd to say this about myself, but I certainly have a nose for trouble. Huh? I walked for a while. Huh? Nothing happened. Had my intuition failed me? Huh? Oh, Shiro! Suddenly, a huge white dog appeared before me. No, perhaps it's a wolf. It looked friendly enough, but what was a wolf doing down an alley in the middle of a city in the first place? As if it could sense my confusion, the wolf gave me an innocent look and then sprinted away. Huh? What in the world was that all about? In the end, nothing else happened, nor caught my attention, and I made my way back to the main street. Okay. Mal was anderes wieder. After I had been walking along the street for some time, I saw a little girl who seemed to be looking for something. Pilika. What's the matter? Are you lost? Where are your parents? Did you get separated from them? It was a girl who looked 5 or 6 years old. It was very strange, apart, she didn't say a single word, or even nod. It was as if that faint trembling of her body set everything on her mind. No, it was her eyes. I know what it takes to have eyes like that, what you must see. For her to have eyes like that. You're... Sorry. I'd instinctively reached out my hand to her, and she flinched, frightened. My hands were tools made for killing. They weren't fit to come for a child. You... Oh... I see. You're a strong child. You're still capable of showing kindness to others. Jetzt weiß ich auch, warum Pilika das so macht, weil Nash fast so aussieht wie Joey. Also so blondes Haar und die Augen sind fast dieselben. Und deswegen sieht sie jetzt in Nash Joey. Stimmt, ihren Onkel Joey. If only I could have been as strong as you, then Julie wouldn't have. Thank you. Ah! Pilika! Oh, dusch. Wow! Oh. Sorry, Pilika. It's Nanami. Ugh, it's all because of that stinky old man. If he had just admitted defeat earlier, then it wouldn't have taken so long. Sie meint Victor. Hey! Well, let's head back. Oder doch Nash? We're already... We're already late. Joey's probably worried sick, huh? Huh? Hey! Huh? Oh! I'm so sorry. I didn't notice you at all. Yeah, I got that. Just hurry up and get off me. Hey, what were you doing down there anyway? No, you see. What's that? You were talking with this fellow? You really understand her? You're like a mother to her, huh? Mother? No way! I know I look older, but I'm only 16. We may not be related, but me and Pilika are just like sisters. Right, Pilika? Well, you may not be her mother. But if you're going to let her run about the streets like this, at least make sure she doesn't go into the back alleys. This is a dangerous place for a child alone. You'd better be careful. Ah, yeah, that's true. Thanks for looking after Pilika. Sure. Oh yeah. Hey, what's your name? Mine's Nanami. I treat you to a feast as thanks for looking after Pilika. Come to the inn where we're staying. I'm really skilled. Look forward to it. So, how about it? It's decided. Okay, onward to the inn. Let's go. Da war so entschieden. But, hey! You can't just say let's go and let go of my arm. Hey! Schleppt sie uns einfach mit. Oh, you're back already, Mr. Nash? Oh, and you're with Nanami and Pilika? Yeah, this guy was nice to Pilika, so as thanks, I want to throw a feast in his honor. You let me use the kitchen, right, Leona? I don't mind, but are you really going to thank Mr. Nash here with your cooking? So you're called Mr. Nash. Well, Mr. Nash, the food will be ready in just a minute, so hold tight. I whip you up a bowl of Cha-Cha-Cha's papa. Eh? Alright, I look forward to it. She's gonna treat you, huh? I don't really understand what's going on, but it seems like I'm getting a meal out of it. Somehow lucky. I smile too broadly that my cheeks grew tight. Mein Magen krummelt. Ah, thanks for waiting. Here it is, Nanami's special beef stew. Hurry before it gets cold. Wow, done already? That sure was fast. When it comes to cooking, speed is crucial. As she spoke, Nanami dished a generous helping of soup out into a bowl and then handed it to me, smiling sweetly. Well, hurry and give it a try. It's absolutely, amazingly delicious. Packed with nutrients, it's a perfect score. I'll pep you right up. Wow, it sure smells good. Okay, I take you at your word. Hmm? Just as I brought the spoon to my lips, my eyes met those of the proprietress, who was watching us with an intense look on your face. It couldn't be... warte mal, it couldn't be... was sollen wir nehmen? Gib uns das obere. Pay it no mind, either way. Nah, it's probably just my imagination. If someone could make a soup that smells this good taste bad, then they would have to be some kind of genius. My hand had paused and stopped of a second, but I brought the spoon back to my mouth. Thanks for the food. Go ahead. Juhu. Ein Kling hat's gemacht. Das klang gut. Da hinten ist übrigens Anita, die Blonde. Okay, bitte. Mr. Nash! Mr. Nash! I knew it. Lieg schon wieder im Bett. Say, Nash! Hasn't anyone ever told you that nothing good ever comes of being too soft-hearted? Was? Occasionally. Oh, that's right. This fell in through the window. Was? Ein Brief? Finally, the orders from headquarters that I've been waiting for. Ah, don't worry, I didn't read it. Have you no trust in me? That's not what I'm worried about. This is bad. When had Dominguez come here? Dominguez. He just threw the letter in and disappeared? Some liaison. That bastard. Is he still holding a grudge about that time? Well, I'm gonna get back to my work. Forcing myself to stay calm, I wait until I was sure Templeton had gone downstairs before I carefully broke the seal. I already knew Templeton hadn't looked at it before he said anything. It had been sealed using a special method that caused it to burst into flames if it wasn't broken properly. A large number of troops are amassing along the Meuse Highland border. There are rumors that the Highland army is planning to utilize the Beast Rune. Investigate this matter immediately? It's the usual kind of orders. vague without considering the circumstances. Perhaps I'm the only Defense Force member infiltrating this remote region, but man, they sure do work me hard. Well, it's not use complaining. So, the Beast Rune, as I understand it, in recognition of his achievements, Holy Harmonia gave Highland and the Beast Rune, one of the 27 true runes, to Maru Blight. Maru Blight? The first of the Blight royal family, and declared him protector of Harmonia. Maru. Okay. If it was used in this border dispute here out at the frontier, it could upset the friendship between Harmonia and Highland. Normally this would seem like a job for the regular army, but instead the orders had been passed on to me. If the information was wrong and the info about the Harmonian spy was leaked to Highland, stuff like mobilizing the frontier force mercenaries, am I being used as cannon fodder? Fodder? Well, that's the line of work I'm in, I guess. Huh? Eh? No way! That's it? They didn't include any funds? Oder Funds? Weiß nicht, ob es Funds oder Funds. That night I took out my equipment and fixed it up a bit, as it had been a while since I had used it. It was in desperate need of repair. Es musste repariert werden. Dum, 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 dum. Hey Templeton! What? I've got leave Muse for 2 or 3 days on some business. I'll leave as soon as I settle my tab. Sure, that's fine. I can cover the cost of our lodging so far. I can't be in debt to a kid. Well, take care of yourself, alright? Yeah, you too. It's okay. We'll be back before you know it. Oh, wir haben das Bild. Juhu. Oh, da ist Nanami, da ist Ryu. Und da ist auch Joey. Und da hinten ist Nash. An der Treppe. Und da unten ist Pelika. Ach, schön. Schön. Don't worry and just wait for us. Oh. Okay, Miss Leona. Please look after Pelika. Oh. I'm not very good with children, but I'm sure we'll manage somehow. Oh. Here now, Pelika. Don't make such a face. You've got to send them off with a smile. It looked like Nanami from yesterday, and 2 young men were saying something to Pelika. I stopped to talk with Leona as the party passed me to make their way out of the inn. Do you have a minute? Oh, Mr. Nash, are you heading out? Yeah, for a bit. What's their story? Huh? Those kids? It's nothing, really. They're just going out on a small errand. An errand, huh? But enough of that. You had some business with me, didn't you? Yeah, you see. By the time I finished settling my tab at the inn and made my way outside, the kids were nowhere to be seen. I had seen something like an expression of fierce determination in their faces, but now isn't the time to stick my fingers in other people's affairs. I pass through the gates of Muse and start walking towards the Highland border. During the journey I stayed at night at a little inn I'd visited before and enjoyed their delicious meat pie. A few days later I reached the checkpoint that separates Meuse and Highland. This is where it gets problematic. Beyond the towering stone wall that separates the two territories, the Highland army is gathering. Even if I had an official entry permit, I doubt I'd be able to get through easily. And if I start climbing the wall in broad daylight, I'll be caught straight away. But it would be tedious to wait till nightfall. Well, what should I do? Talk the gatekeeper into letting me pass. Hold on, sir. The Highland army is certainly mobilizing near this checkpoint, and as such, entry beyond this point is not permitted. I'm aware of the current situation, but I have some important business I must attend to. By order of the mayor, civilian passage has been prohibited. Please turn back. Come on, there must be some way. I can't be stuck here forever. Do you understand? If you don't have a special permit, I can't allow you to pass, regardless of the circumstances. Ah, special permit? What's he talking about? Non-military wouldn't have anything like that. However, this tone of voice seemed to indicate a different meaning. Aha, I get it. That's what he's trying to say. Ah, yes, right, special permit. How careless of me to forget. Here, will this do? While I was talking, I quickly slipped 1,000 poch into the soldier's hand. I didn't want to use the reserve money I'd stored away in my breast pocket, but it seems I don't have much of a choice. The soldier surreptitiously glanced about him and checked the amount of poch in his hand before speaking to me. This is certainly a special permit. Here, hurry on through now. We wouldn't want peddlers like yourself to lose their livelihood. Just stay away from the Highland camp. Yeah, thanks. You can count on me. Jetzt sind wir im feindlichen Territorium. Oh mein Gott. Achtung. Jetzt. I reached the Highland camp in the forest just past the border without running into any more difficulties. So far I haven't needed to use a disguise to advance. Deep in the forest I made my way forward, weaving through the trees to escape the view of any who might be watching. Every so often I would drop bites of dried armadillo shells behind me to better find my way to the garrison. Armadillo-Mund. Oh, jetzt, oh mein Gott. Alright, this is where it gets tricky. First I have to find someone who's alone. Ah, there we go. Sorry about that. I'll be borrowing these. Just to be sure, I made the soldier I'd stolen the uniform from inhale some Kurani powder. He wouldn't be waking up till tomorrow morning. I'm a little anxious about leaving my equipment behind like this, but this has become more of a reconnaissance mission than an infiltration. I quickly put things in order and headed back. Hey, you! Yes? Oh, Captain Bright. What are you hanging around here for? Aren't you on guard duty for the food storage? The shifts changed ages ago. Forgive me, sir. Just hurry up and go. Lord Luca will be arriving any moment, and if even one thing is out of place, it's my head that that be on the chopping block. Yes, sir. Phew, that was dangerous. But he just said Luca. This could be more than a little awkward. I better make sure to keep up my act. But if the Mad Prince Luca is coming all the way out to the front lines, then the talk about the Beast Rune being here begins to take on some credibility. But be that as it may, right now all I can do is pretend on stand guard here. If that officer finds me wandering around again, I doubt he'd be fooled again. Ja, das macht dich verdächtig, Nash. Ich würde da einfach vor dem Zelt stehen bleiben. Och, man. Guarding a storage tent is pretty boring. I hope someone comes soon. My own work suffers while I'm doing their work for them. Someone's coming. Huh? Really? Okay, follow me. Hey, let these guys in. They came to get some butter. Jetzt kommt die Szene hier mit, wo Rio und Joey in dem Highland Camp sind und jetzt mitten vor dem Zelt stehen und nach Butter fragen. Und jetzt sagt der eine Soldat, also jetzt in dem Fall ist das Nash, der sagt dann, okay, meine Schicht ist eh zu Ende, ihr könnt reingehen. Kommt jetzt gleich ab. Oh. Hä? My jaw nearly dropped when I saw the two young men the soldier had brought with him, but somehow I managed to reply in a calm voice. Achso, jetzt reden wir praktisch in einem sanfteren Ton. Well, hurry up then. My shift's almost over. Und das ist nämlich der Typ, der das sagt hier. Na, beeilt euch, meine Schicht ist eh bald zu Ende. Das sagt er dann vor dem Zelt. Das ist ja übrigens der eine Highland-Soldat, der das so sagt. In Suikoden 2. Oh. Schaut euch mal Joey an. Und Rio. Those two boys. They were the kids I saw at the inn in Muse, weren't they? What kind of errands were they running for their task to bring them to a place like this? Luckily, they didn't know my face, and so they didn't blow my cover. Yes, sir. Oh. That's why it's sweet. Hey, you guys! Yes? Seit wann kann Rio selbst reden? I guess it's my imagination. You couldn't be spies with faces like that. Hey, you guys, keep your spirits up, okay? Yeah. Thanks a lot. Oh. So schüchtern die zwei. Phew. For a moment there, I'd been beside myself with fear. Anyway, it looks like those guys got their hands on some Highland uniforms and are putting them to good use. Something about this whole thing smells fishy. Please don't get caught. This place is getting dangerous. Okay, das sagt jetzt, das denkt sich jetzt Nash für die beiden. Bitte werdet nicht geschnappt. Der Platz ist so gefährlich. Oder kann gefährlich werden. While I was fervently praying, they went about and finished their errand. This tent is rather suspicious. Take a quick glance around. Hey, This tent is made from a pretty thick fabric. And it's pitch black inside. And of course, I don't have anything to light it up with. I just have to feel my way here. There doesn't seem to be anything of importance in here. I'd better hurry up and get out of here. There is some sort of commotion outside. Damn! Looks like those guys were caught in spite of my prayers. I can't understand why Muse would use those kids as spies. Well, what should I do? Don't move a muscle. There's no sense in running around in a panic. I just take a bit of a rest here until the uproar outside dies down. I can't see anyone. Considering that whole thing with Sierra, I'm starting to wonder if I have run out of luck completely. No, I should stop that. I don't believe in things like fate or luck. I don't want to believe that all my encounters with death and survival of them is only the will of fate. In the darkness I stare up at the ceiling, my thoughts spinning round and round. Gradually, it seems to quiet down outside. Guess it's time to go. It seems like all the soldiers are gone. They must be chasing after those two kids. I feel bad for them, but this is my chance. Hey, you there! Who are you? Sir, I'm John. Sir! Well, wherever you are, go assist them at the main camp. Captain Royd and his team have left to take care of some rats, and now he's without an eye and getting annoyed. Understood. I shall do so with the utmost haste. I answered fast and began running towards what I hoped was the main camp. My mission wasn't over yet, not until I verified the existence of the beast rune. Das ist das wichtige Zelt. Is this it? This tent hadn't been here before and appeared to have been set up quite quickly. It seems likely. But what am I going to say to these people inside? That I'm here to help? It would be convenient if no one was in there. Well, no point in delaying. Shall we see what's inside? This tent is quite extravagant. There's even a plush sofa. Oops, this is no time to be so carefree. I need to hurry and... Ooh. Julia, I'll take it you'll be waiting here. Yes, ma'am. Those are my orders. Julia replied. Well then, please excuse me. There's quite the commotion outside. I do hope they manage to escape. Ah! Oh! Who are you? Ma'am? Well, I was ordered to clean up here. Oh, how unusual. Normally my brother can't stand to have other people anywhere near his things. Ah, yes. But I finished now. So, if you excuse me... You're finished? With this? Oh, that's, I try to remember why she seems so familiar. Wait, isn't she Julia Blight, the Princess of Highland? Well, this mission just took another turn towards the impossible. In that case, why don't you put on some tea? I've talked so much, my throat is parched. It's not too much to ask, is it? Yes, ma'am. For the time being, I have to be patient. I can't afford to slip up and reveal my true identity. Just remain calm. Cool bleiben, Nash. Here you are, ma'am. Das Bild sieht cool aus. Thank you. I wonder what the noise outside is about. Uns steht die Uniform. Ah, wirklich. I met a young man. It was entirely by coincidence. The expression on his face. I've never seen anything quite like it. You're quite a young lady yourself, Princess Julia. Are you really a soldier here? Well... I hardly ever get to be just a girl. If you don't have more use for me. Things seem quite hectic outside, so... Yes, I suppose so. The tea was quite delicious. Thank you. Oh, no, please, it was nothing. Well then, if you excuse me... Oh no! It's Luca Blight. Shit. This is boring. Damn that chosen pig of a woman. Does she plan on hiding in Muse forever? Lord Luca! Lady Julia is waiting! Julia, you say? She should have stayed in the capital. This is no place for idle gawkers. Gawkers. Julia, so sorry to be causing you trouble, but I'm not interested in having that conversation again. Brother. Hey now. It's just been one thing after another so far. And now it's Luca Blight? Yeah, this isn't dangerous at all. If I just take it nice and slow, maybe they'll let me leave. I just... Who the hell are you? Well, whatever. You! Yes, sir. God. Ah! Brother, what are you doing? You wash away the blood from that sword and oil it. And when you're done, get me a drink. You'd better hurry. I'm in a good mood today, but there's no saying how long that lasts. Yes, sir. Die Musik, die rastet aus. So he wanted me to do maintenance. I dubbed that. He had thrown in with such tremendous force. If I hadn't seen his feint. Oh, das Bild ist cool. Well then. Brother, you stink of blood. Still. The smell is normal on a battlefield. If you don't like it, you should never have left the castle. This is no place for someone like you. A battlefield. Battlefields are where wars are fought out. Brother. That's not true in your case, is it? Oh, wie Nash hier so sklaverisch so. Bitte, Sir. Your wine. I met some boys from Kiaru who told me a story. Ah. And if they spoke the truth, what then? Tell me, what has peace ever brought about? What has that spineless old man accomplished through his strategies with the city-states? Why, you may have a point to intentionally start a war. Ah, what I desire. Never mind, you don't understand this sort of lust, Julia. But, brother, this won't bring our mother back. Hey, lass sie in Ruhe. Ah. Ah nee, oh, das war jetzt Julia. Ups. Ah, das war jetzt Julia. Nicht Luca. Ach, verdammt. Es hat Julia einen tiefen Ton. Ah. Julia, your hair, your eyes, your lips, they are all that remain of our mother, and if it wasn't for that, then I would surely strangle you with both hands right now. So, brother is suffering, and to make it go away he... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Das wird schon komisch, klingt bei Julia. Ah! So übel tiefe Stimme für Julia. This is a fight between siblings. I shouldn't be watching this. Should I say something? Nein, Nash, sag lieber nichts. Ah, I have no time for these drifting matters. Hey, you! Bring me more wine. Yes, sir. Regretfully, it appears we are out, so I have to go to the storehouse. Just be a minute. This is dangerous. I don't have enough lives to stay in this place, but it had worked. Now I just need to get outside. Hey! Beziehungsweise, hey! What's your hurry? Hey! Don't struggle! Jetzt ist übrigens die Szene... jetzt ist übrigens die Szene, wo uns Joey wegschickt. Also wir rennen und er wird gefangen genommen. Und das ist jetzt die Szene, die wir bei Suikoden 2 nämlich nicht sehen. Wie er gefangen genommen wird. Jetzt werden wir sehen, was wirklich geschah. Jetzt seid gespannt. Das nochmal. Silence! What do you want? Yes, sir. Lord Lucas, sir. I, Royd, have caught the city-state spy and brought him before Lord Luca. Oh. A spy? Interesting. Bring him forth. That's the boy from earlier. If he recognized me, what would he say? I give up. Now that I've come this far, I might as well see it through to the end. Hey, hurry it up. Huh? Who are you? Let's see if you dare say your name. Joey. This bastard is from the same town as me. His name is Joey Atreides. Atreides? I know that name. That's the name of an influential family in Kiaro. Isn't that right, Julia? I'm afraid I don't recall. Yes, that's right, Lord Luca. He's the eldest son of the Atreides family. Our fault he's been disowned. Bring him here. You're that boy. Was willst du? Oh, der Blick. I remember that face. You're that brat from the fortress. You're from a disguised island family, but now you're a Justin spy. Shut up! It's your fault that Pilika can't talk anymore. Ha! You still got some fight left in you. That black light earlier, was that your doing? Yes, that was quite a remarkable experience. Where on earth did they get runes like that? I see that Zhao and Muse finally has nothing left in their hand to play. Sending a brat like this. Don't talk that way about Annabelle. You know Annabelle? It seems that there's a reason after all. I just thought of something interesting. I'm giving you this dagger. Dagger. Use it to kill Annabelle. It's a fitting end for a woman such as her. You think I would do that? Boy, you betrayed the country you were born in, the town you lived in, and the family that raised you. What's this compared to that? But I see. If that's how it is, then you, as well as the rest of the Atreides family, will be branded as traitors to the blight royal family. What? I've already cast aside the Atreides name. I cast aside that name. Ha! You cannot cast aside the very blood that runs through your veins. Oh. Armer Joey. Jetzt weiß man auch, warum er dann Annabelle gekillt hat. Hey! You! Tie him up and throw him in the storehouse. Let him cool his head for a night and see if he changes his mind. But, Lord Luca... what? Never mind. It's nothing. I go lock him up. If you excuse me, sir. Watch it. What are you in such a hurry for? Letting a spy go. That's awfully kind of you. There's no guarantee that he actually killed Annabelle for you. That's true, and it's fine. But his eyes shine with the light of ambition. In that sense, he's no soldier. Is that so? Don't frown your face so much. It doesn't suit you. Our talk is over, Julia. Return to Lirenwil and keep that doddering out full company a while longer. Good. Brother. Finally. It seems it's finally over. I didn't think I'd made it through alive. Ich hab nicht gedacht, dass ich das überlebe. Hat er jetzt so getan. Oh, der arme Joey. Ah, jetzt sieht man das auch mal, was in Suikoden 2 wirklich geschah. Und jetzt kommt die Musik. Carrying the evening's allotment of food, I entered the tent. I'd been posing as a soldier for a while, but I hadn't gotten my hands on any clues yet. Besides, that boy, Joey, had caught my interest. He was tied to one of the posts lodged deep in the ground that supported the tent. Oh. Armer Joey. Hey, look, it's dinner. Eat up. Oh, wie rührend Nashes. Don't worry. It's not poisoned. We're the Highland Army. We wouldn't lay a hand on a kid when he's tied down. Yeah, right. What an awful thing to say. We are not like those city-states guys. That wasn't an act of the city-states. Joey didn't even look up and just muttered those words. What in the world had happened to this boy? Was in aller Welt ist mit diesem Jungen passiert? Dad? What are you talking about? I don't know what he's talking about, but if I asked the right questions, I might find out. Interrogation has never been my strongest suit, but he's only a child after all. It should be simple enough. Oh, Mensch, der Blick von Joey. Es ist so... Er tut einem hier so leid. Ach, even if I told you, would you even believe me? Do as you like. Do as you like. Just then, something outside the tent caught my attention. The night was quiet. The sound of the footsteps gradually approached the tent, and before long an unexpected figure appeared in the entrance of the tent. Geht wenigstens die Musik weiter. It's Julia. Ah! Lady Julia! What are you doing here? Oh, don't mind me. I just stopped by to talk with him a while. May I? Yeah, of course. Oh, das Bild. This makes our third meeting, doesn't it? After the first time we met, considering the circumstances, it would have been astonished if someone had told me we were to meet again. I didn't wish this upon you or myself. Is that right? Say, why did you become a spy for the city-states? Didn't you say that you hadn't given up on Highland? I know what happened to your unicorn brigade. That's why you hate Highland. I don't hate Highland. Even now. Even if I can never return to Highland. I can't abandon it. Highland is the place where my mother still lives. Now, when I think of Highland, I don't think about who started this war, but rather all the pain and suffering that this war will cause. You're very kind, aren't you? even with all the misery you had to endure. Oh. Please untie his rope. Eh? Are you sure? I'll take responsibility for this. Understood. Oh. I don't consider myself in your debt for this. Please don't. You will find your own way, even if you must dishonor yourself in doing so. I stopped this war on my own way. I never let a war like this break out on this soil again. And as you say, I am prepared to be dishonored if need be. Only? No, never mind. Please excuse me. Do you suppose we'll meet again? If fate permits? You there. Make sure he makes it out of the camp. Yes, ma'am. Oh. Jetzt weiß man auch, warum er befreit war, warum er wiederkam. Weil ihn Chilya gerettet hat. This is as far as I can take you. You're on your own from here on out. Okay, thank you. Don't mention it. Well, I guess I'll be going then. What are you going to do when you get back? The Deccaluga Blight gave you. You still have it, don't you? Are you going to use it? I despise Luga Blight. But at the same time, I find myself drawn to that violent strange of his. The power to say anything he wants. So I thought I would keep it as a warning to myself. I see. Well, be careful out there. They are waiting for you, right? They? Nothing. I was just talking to myself. Take care of yourself. Hä? Ach Mann, das ist schön. Das ist wirklich meine Lieblingsepisode. Die 2. I made it across the border, and despite not having slept a wink, continued walking well into the evening until I once again reached Muse. It might not have been strictly necessary for me to return to Muse, but now that I had to look at the Highland Army, I wanted to see how the city-states would react. But in truth, that wasn't the only reason. I had also used up all the money I had. Man, this is gonna be one route trip if I can't even afford to stop and take a rest for a single night. Oh, hey, it's those kids. Ja, it's Rio, Nanami und Pilika, als sie auf Joey waren. Wisst ihr noch, wo wir das in Suikoden 2 gemacht haben? Da, wo wir hier, mit Nanami da zusammen gewartet haben? Ich wusste gar nicht, dass da jemand langgelaufen kam. Da kam doch gar keiner langgelaufen. No way. Are they still waiting for that boy to come back? Does that mean I passed before him? That can't be right. Did something happen? I thought I wondered what was going on. It wasn't any of my business, and I thought it best to continue on my way. But just as I began to make my way through the gate... Hey! There! Right there! Isn't that Joey? Let's go, Ryu. Oh. You made it back. We knew you would. Ryu. Nanami. You all kept your promise. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. They had been waiting for that boy, Joey. 2 childhood friends, and the girl who clearly adored him. Is that why I had to keep seeing her face when I looked at the girl? Also der obere Satz hier, also 2 childhood friends and the girl who clearly adored him, ist und das Mädchen, was ihn verehrt. As I watched their joyful reunion, such emotions filled my heart. Ja, nicht nur deins, Nash. Meins auch gerade. The city-states in Highland look up light. There are still many battles left to fight, and even more blood would be spilled. As I walk away from them, my chest aches slightly. A flame of jealousy towards that boy had started to burn within me. Oh, oh Mann, ist das süß. Nicht! Nicht! Hm? Ah! Oh Gott! Nicht! Contact! Money! Ah! You! Nicht! Orders! Hey, wait! Dominguez! Give me my money! Then I give you my report to the Beast Rune! Nicht! Nicht! Ah! Wait! Ah! Ding! Hat's gemacht. Ding, hat's gemacht. Das gehört. Ding! Ja, weil wir das letzte genommen haben. Warte, hier dieses... hier. We'll see you around. Nee, what are you going to do when you get back? Hier dieses, do as you like und dann... Hm? Ja. Und wir können die Episode schon wieder, also beziehungsweise den, ja, die Episode beenden und den Stream auch. Ah, schön. Jetzt haben wir endlich erfahren, was da passiert ist. Episode 3, a place to return to. Jetzt haben wir endlich erfahren, was da passierte, in dem Highland Camp. Was da eigentlich genau passierte. Ja, okay, Leute. Dann beende ich mal den Stream und sage bis zur nächsten Episode. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen und so nach dem Let's Play da nochmal so was Zusätzliches ist schon nicht ganz verkehrt. Und ja, war schön, besonders Joey zu sehen. Ja gut, Leute, ich sag mal bis zum nächsten Mal. Macht's gut und haut rein.